As Huion recently sent me their latest RTP-700 pen tablet, I wasn't really much excited about it. But my rather low excitement peaked drastically once I started using it. And if that makes you curious why, then this is what this review is about. Hey everyone, Mukul here. So Huion sent me this pen tablet, but as always my review on it will be totally honest because Earth's population is about to reach 8 frigging billion humans. Where are they coming from? The box has always had a nice pleasing design over it, nothing tacky or out of the way here. In the box I first see the pen tablet, which is so typical of Huion and all the other brands. I wanted to see a dragon this time. And then I decided to pick the manual and a USB-C cable to power the pen tablet and a pen holder, which is also a nib puller. And with all this, you get a USB-C to USB-A dongle to attach the tablet to an Android phone. And then a nice and new looking pen this time, which felt extremely lightweight from the get-go. And there should also be some extra nibs inside the box too, which I seem to have lost already. Yeah, I'm really good at losing stuff. The front of the tablet looks kind of refreshing in terms of design. It has these diagonal sort of dots overlay on it, and I actually dig how it looks. On the left hand side, you would find 6 touch keys with a touch strip in the middle of them. And yeah, you heard it right, you can now touch these buttons because earlier they weren't supposed to get touched. But jokes apart, let me share in a while how they really respond when I use them extensively. The tablet is quite sleek at 8.5 mm, but this specific model has an active area of 11 by 6.8 inches. Hence, I could really feel the weight of it. But hey, that's a sacrifice you have to make if you need more workspace. Alongside with this model, Huion has also launched 2 more models which are smaller and hence lighter in size. The back texture is quite grippy this time with deeper grooves at level 7, and hence the tablet shouldn't slip from your lap until you oil either one of them due to some reason. And yes, the 4 rubber feet are there too at the 4 corners. The USB-C port is on the left with the pen holder on the right. Left and right. The pen model this time is PW400, which is their latest offering. The on-paper specs don't differ much from Huion's typical pens in the past, but this one really has an ergonomic shape and is considerably lighter than all the previous pens I have used by Huion. The pen also has an upgrade on its report rate to 300 pps from the 266 pps from its previous generation PW517 pen. There's also an anti-slip silicone grip on the pen this time for comfort if your fingers do hurt over hard surfaces of a pen when you use them for really longer hours. And it was actually effective in my use case. I did feel this grip is noticeably more comfortable than the old Gen Huion pens. But studying about all of these specs is a huge waste of time if the pen doesn't perform as per its bold claims. And boy oh boy did Huion really surprise me this time with the surface feel of this pen tablet. I don't know what they have done either with the pen or the surface of this pen tablet, but the feel was excellent and something about this made the experience feel more effortless than before. If I had to compare this surface feel to an actual paper feel, well, somehow this feels close to it, but with less friction and effort on it. By no means the surface here is slippery or super polished, but for some reason it feels buttery smooth, but the right kind of buttery smooth. I really cannot truly express my feelings when I first started using this, but I will try. Right from the very first use, I was truly filled with joy as I used it. I let my wife use it too for a few hours, and the same sort of feelings were replicated when she also used it for the very first time. In Photoshop, for instance, the pen just behaved heavenly, and the joy of enjoying those ultra light pressure strokes was something like new love just found. The tilt functionality worked without any issues, though I have never used this feature extensively on many of my previous pen tablets. And in ZBrush, I didn't feel there was any other issue too, and the pressure sensitivity worked great with most of the strokes and brushes I tried on it. Now all of this does sound good and whatnot, and I really can't nitpick much about this pen tablet. For instance, when I hooked it to an Android phone, the experience was again extremely seamless. There's also this new app from Huion, and if you want to try it, you can go ahead and try it, and the pen tablet just worked with it. Well, the touch sensitive buttons are a nice upgrade, but they definitely need some getting used to. Well, only if they could have put some sort of texture under each button which separated them easily, so that I didn't have to look where I am touching every now and then. Something like that would have definitely be more helpful. But yeah, it's just hardly been a week since I'm using this pen tablet. So maybe after a few weeks of usage or a couple of months of usage, I'll be extremely used to this new touch sensitive controls which they have put on this pen tablet. One tiny issue with these capacitive keys is that if your keyboard is placed above the pen tablet, you might sometimes accidentally hit and activate them when you do a task which requires more typing. But this will hugely vary from user to user and their placement of these peripherals. In the driver software, you can customize all buttons on the pen tablet and the pen, and also adjust the pressure sensitivity. So it was kind of very clear by now that Huion has really done something very exceptional and good with either the surface of this pen tablet or the pen technology which this new pen is using. So yeah, I would say this is another awesome iteration from Huion as compared to its previous non-display pen tablets. And I hear they are quite nicely priced too, especially for this kind of active area. I mean, you can definitely get stuff cheaper than this from Huion or even some other companies, but they have definitely upgraded stuff here on this specific pen tablet. And by stuff, I mean stuff which I have already explained. I will make sure to post some affiliate links below in the description. You can also buy from there if you like my efforts on this review and this video. I mean, that would be frigging awesome. You can also hop on to our Discord server for more chit chats on relevant topics. So stay safe, humans. That's all for today. MewBot out.